for the meditation. Okay. Welcome back for another session of our understanding mind. In the last session, we have seen the consciousness. Clearly, the Ketnat was explained very clearly what is the consciousness, and he divided and he combined how the things are happening, the space, time, and the four great elements. The space, time, and all the great elements like earth, water, is it space, water, and air and fire. These are the four elements which are manifestations of this consciousness. They are not the separate, the same consciousness that got expanded and it came. And each in the process of interbeing and interpenetration. So we understood that all these are nothing but, so in the water we have, in the water if you take, you have the fire. Because from the water, that is why from the water we can able to generate the electricity, right? So, these are all the one each other. So all these four elements are also interbeing and interpenetrated each other. Our store of consciousness is ripens every moment, because each time, each day, each experience that we have got, we are learning something. Each experience that we are giving for every day, that we are gaining in every day. So with that, we have learned. We came to the school, as Patri sir used to tell, we came to this school, Earth School. Okay, Earth School, why we came? We do need to learn. So by learning what we are doing, we are actually ripening our consciousness. We are actually maturing our consciousness, and so we are moving from the one lifetime to another lifetime. Our consciousness is getting ripened. Okay, so one day we may become like Vivekananda, or we may become something, because after ripening, one day, that once the complete ripened food, when the Vivekananda was born, when the Guru was just put the hand, then everything was actually fruitified, because he has already ripened fruit from his previous incarnations. So Vivekananda took so many things and he got like, so similarly, each one of us has been in that process, in that phase, that ripening our consciousness. And also we learned about no coming and no going. There is no coming, means no birth and death actually. So no coming and no going. We are thinking that people are coming, going to the higher realms and coming back. Here, the consciousness is existing. Just the thing is, consciousness is changing its dress. So like we are changing the dress every day, so consciousness is also changing the dress from the time to time, and it is existing before we born, it is existing after we die also. The birth and death is only for our bodies, but not for the consciousness. So there is no coming and going. So we will see the next stanza, that is 36 we have seen. Let us see the 37th one. Let me share my screen. This lecture is not coming. Yeah. What happened? Not able to do the slideshow. Not Then what happens?
This is okay to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something I don't know. Actually, I'm not seeing the option at all.
Yes, Andy. That's okay, Andy. This is
Okay.
fine. We all can see the slide this way too.
Okay, fine. Then the 37, right? The 37 is the causes. Conditions that are favorable or non-obstructing or supporting causes. The fourth type of condition is the immediacy of continuity. So the first two causes that we have seen is so there should be a subject and object without which the manifestation will not happen. That we have already seen, right? So the next one is the conditions that are favorable or obstructable. So there are two conditions, right? For anything, the conditions for manifesting. So here we say, I want something. So that is not appearing now. That's not coming to my life now, which means that it is not there. It is there. It is there. Only thing is the conditions and the time and everything is not in line. So when all the things are in line, then it appear in my life. It is there previously, but it will appear in my life. I want something, but it will not come today. It will come some other day, isn't it? So that is how the things will happen. So we will see what are those things. Conditions will help the things to manifest. So the phenomena, whenever the phenomena has, suppose you put a corn seed, a kernel of a corn in the soil. Okay, when you are putting in the soil, then that has to sprout. Even in the gardening, so the March comes, right? We all put so many seeds in the backyard, but every seed is actually sprouting. Every seed is becoming a plant? It is not. Why? Because each seed, we took the seeds from the same plant from the last year and put it, but only few seeds are getting sprouted because the conditions or the time is getting only for the few seeds. Then only it will come. Otherwise, it will not come. So the primary condition or the primary cause is the hetu pratyaya. What is that hetu pratyaya? The seed. If the seed is not there, even sunshine is there, the earth is there, and water is there, nothing will come. So the cause is that hetu pratyaya. The first should be there. So when you put that kernel of the corn in the soil, all these things, the second one is all these things should present. The primary cause is that seed, but all these things should also be there in order to get the soil, sunshine, and the minerals, right? Those should be there in order to sprout. And at the same time, if you put the corn, and then if you are expecting a sunflower, it won't come. If you have to put the sunflower seed in order to get a sunflower, you have to put a corn seed in order to get a corn seed. So it should be fully manifesting. The primary cause should be there. Suppose if you are expecting so many things in the life, if you are expecting, we want that or we want this, something like that, you should be able to give some time back. Then only you are going to get it. So that is why the best way to get anything is give. The best way, whatever you want to get, you want so much love from others, first give the love, then you will be getting it. So whatever you want it, you want so much money, just first give the money to others. You want whatever you want it, right? So just try to give to the others, then you will be getting. That is what it is saying. So you need to primary thing. So the seed, as we are giving, right? The primary, we have to give that one. So, and secondary causes are like sunshine, all the minerals that has to be there. So here, subject and object, the both should be there in order to manifest. The subject, the seed, and the objects, all other things, both should be there in order to get manifested. The object and cause is necessary. The cause is also necessary. Without the cause, without you wanting sunflower, without you wanting some corn in your backyard, you won't put. I won't put corn because I don't want to have the corn, right? Suppose I want some beans or I want some other things, turmeric, all the things I'll keep it because I want that. So whatever you want, you will keep it. That object, whatever that object cause should be there. So the object is there, but object cause should be there, that I want, that kind of thing is also there. So there cannot be any consciousness without an object consciousness. It cannot manifest. The consciousness will not manifest without that object. So that should be there in your store of consciousness. That should be there in your store of consciousness, so that you will be putting it. Similarly, whatever I want, right, there should be some wish in my thing. Suppose I don't like politics, I will never say that I want to become a prime minister, or I want to become a president, or I want to become a senator, or something like that, because that seed is not there in my mind. If that seed is there in my mind, I like teaching. So because of that, my seed is that I want to become a professor, I want to do my MPhil, I want to do my, because these seeds were sprouted, because whatever the seed that I have in my store of consciousness, accordingly my thoughts are going accordingly. So I will not go and say that, jump and say that I will do some, I'll go for some senator post or something like that. I'll do that kind of politics kind of thing. I'll not do, because that seed is not there in me. That seed is not there in my manas or in my mind. So when there's no object of perception, or there's no object of consciousness in my mind, that won't sprout at all, because there is nothing. So like the corn seed, if it is not there in the earth, whatever it is there, you will not get it. So that's what the cause. All so that is the object and subject. What is this causes? The conditions that are favorable and obstructing. So there is a perceiver, there is a perceived, that we have learned already. So when they are subject and object manifesting together, then we are seeing that object of perception is there. Similarly, here there are some favorable conditions are also there. Favorable conditions, that rain should come. That's why many farmers are actually, the rain should come at the right time. Okay, not at the wrong time also. Rain should come at the right time. All the things should, the supporting causes should be there at the right time also. So these are the things. Suppose if you say, if you are growing a flower, if you want to grow a flower, you put the seed, you give the land, you give the sunshine, but all other things should come at the right time. If it is more, if you observe the last year, especially the Texans, we have observed like there is a lot of summer, because there is a huge temperatures are there during the summer. So whatever the backyard plants, they grew. They have given, because we are giving a sunshine is there, we are giving a water, there is a good soil is there. Because of that, the plant has grown so much. But there is the flowers are coming, but they are not actually sprouting into the vegetables or anything, because there is no bees are not coming up. That thing is happening, right? What you call, I'm not getting that word actually in English. So because of that, pollination. Yeah, pollination is not happening. Because of that, we didn't get the vegetables for a long time, because that is an unfavorable condition, because of the excess temperature, right? So the bees didn't come out. So all the conditions should be there in a proper way. That is a samantara pratyaya. That should be there. All these conditions, when they are coming only, then only it will happen. Otherwise, these things will not happen. That is what we call it. We are saying in the causes. That's what we are discussing, the causes. What is that fourth condition is immediately. Immediately there should be some help, right? That kind of thing. Whatever I told you, the supporting things. Did I show you I think I have not changed the slide. Causes. Okay, let me show you this. Supporting causes are the third conditions of the manifestation. Once you sown the seed in the soil, it needs the heat, light, and sunshine, the mineral and the soil. These are all the supporting. These conditions appear to be favorable, and they are the conditions that do not appear to be favorable. Sometimes they are favorable, sometimes they are not favorable also. Favorable or unfavorable supporting cause. Suppose here, if you see, right, Gautama Buddha, if you are saying that there is a cousin is there, some Devadatta or somebody, so he is always criticizing. Because of him, Gautama Buddha says that he became a good teacher because of his things. So it is a cause. It is an unfavorable cause, but still he is able to do more because of that. Even in our life, If you see, right, sometimes not because of the supporting friends, but because of the people who are unsupportive also, you do well. Because those are the anti-conditions, but still you will bump up well and you will do well. So how you take it, it is all depends upon how you take it, right? For us, the perception, it all depends on the perception also. But sometimes, suppose if the plant is growing and you plug the plant and took it away, because that is an obstructing cause, then it may not grow. Okay, so sometimes these unfavorable conditions are also may work favorably, and sometimes they may not work favorably. That is what here it is saying. Human being does not encounter difficulties, he or she will not go into the maturity. That's what, if you do not encounter any difficulty, you will never go into the maturity. You need some kind of difficulties. Then only, suppose when the darkness appears, then only you see that, oh, so there is a sunshine. So if there is no darkness, if everything is light, then you will not feel that what is so special about it, right? That you will not see. How unfavorable conditions, sometimes those unfavorable conditions are so much supportive to your growth. You will bump up so well. You will bump up so with a high speed. When you are putting the ball down, it will come with the high force to back, right? That's how you may come back. In the lifetime Buddha, his cousin Devadatta caused him a lot of difficulty. Buddha always considered Devadatta was a supporting cause to become a good teacher. The fourth type of condition is what it is: immediacy of continuity. Immediacy of continuity. They should be. So without this, that's the example that I gave you, right? Immediately to continue. Suppose if you pluck out the plant and say that you continue, it will not continue. You have to have the existing moment that should be. So whatever that's not the plucking the plant is not the right example. Immediate of continuation is like, if something is happening now, it is already there. And it will be there. So without something existing in the previous moment, it won't come existing in the succeeding moment. It should be there. It is a non-interruptive flow. It is always there. It is. So it is a non-interruptive flow. It is there. Only thing is, it is not visible to you. It is not, you are not. Suppose, as you say, right, there is a radio waves. In the entire space, there is a radio waves. If you tune to that, then you are able to listen. It doesn't mean that the radio waves are not existing before. They are existing. You are tuned to that. When you are tuning, then it is existing. This knowledge is there before also. The Kirtan has given a lot in a long time. We ourselves, we group of people, we tuned our minds to this thing, to this station. That is why we are able to listen to him. Now, do you say that this knowledge is not there before we invented? Nothing like that, right? So we are not invented. It is there already. He already told. Even before there are people who already told. He tuned to that and then he got the knowledge. He explained more, and we tuned to that and we learned it and we are explaining that. We are spreading this knowledge. So it is already there. That is the immediacy of the continuity. Okay, that is about causes. So these are the four causes for anything: primary cause, object cause, supporting cause, and immediacy of continuity. These are the four things that we need it. That is all about the 37th verse. Coming to the 38th. Okay. Sorry, I also combined that 36th and 37th causes, and then the next one is, right, conditions. I think I also combined that. These are all the conditions. I just put the heading as causes only, but this is the conditions. If you see here, right, this is 37, this is 38. Conditions that are favorable and non-obstructing are supportive causes. The fourth type of are immediacy of the continuity. Okay. Now coming to the 39. Next one is the 39th one. I just put the wrong number. I'll change it. 39th one is the true mind. What is the true mind? Independent manifestation has the two aspects of deluded mind and true mind. A deluded mind is imaginary construction and true mind is a fulfilled nature. So this is all that we need to learn about. This is an important one now. So the manifestation of all the phenomena, we say that in the other classes, I said in the thinking and destiny, the manifestation of this entire world is coming from our mind. whatever you think, it is getting manifested. Whatever you think, you may see that it is not manifesting today, but your thoughts are, you have delivered those thoughts, and they were there in this entire universe, and when the time and condition comes, those thoughts are getting manifested. So it's not that all the thoughts are getting manifested, but the thought that you are doing again and again and again, right? Whenever you are doing that thought again and again, that thought is getting manifested. Okay. The independent manifestation of the two aspects. So which mind you are actually manifesting this? There is mind also, we are saying deluded mind and the true mind. So by understanding the concept of reality, you must have already understood that what is a deluded mind and what is the true mind. So the deluded mind, if you take, right, so the deluded mind is like ignorance, overloaded with the ignorance, overloaded with the illusion, overloaded with anger and fear. This is a deluded mind. So here in this deluded mind, I am separate and you are separate. We are not the same consciousness. You are in the dualistic mentality, right? So that is called a deluded mind. And true mind is the where you have transformed. You touch the ultimate reality. That is called that one is called the true mind. So when you are seeing the true mind, you will see you will be able to see that consciousness in everywhere and everything you will be able to see. That is the true mind. The manifestation is based on the when you manifested everything, when you actually understood and manifested, when you thought about the thoughts with the deluded mind, what is the kind of thing that you will be generating when you are actually with the deluded mind? And you release your thoughts, what kind of manifestation you will be doing it? You will be doing all the because you are in the you are not in the dualistic mind, you are in the deluded mind. So whatever the manifestation that you are doing is, you will bring the suffering. You will bring the confusion, because your mind is not the true mind. So whatever the manifestation that you are doing, the suffering will come and the confusion will come. Then we see the people who suffer. So when we are manifesting that one, right? When we are manifesting that kind of mind, that kind of thoughts, you see hatred, you see pain, you see sorrow in everyone's lives also, because your mind is like that. You see the same thing in everybody's like that. That is why many times we say, if you are seeing somebody else, if you are seeing one quality, if you are seeing that is so good, then which means that you are that, because that quality is a reflection what you have it. Suppose if you are seeing that person as a bad and all is having all the things, that is also the reflection of you. So you will say, whichever mind you are in there, right, you will try to see those qualities only the other person. So when you are in the deluded mind, you are going to create, or you are going to manifest all this suffering in the world, and ultimately you are going to see only the hatred, pain and sorrow in your daily life also. So because your manifestation is based on your deluded mind, and the entire manifestation is based on the collective mind. Suppose there are 10 people, and the 10 people, there are 10 of 8 people or 9 people are with the deluded mind, and they are releasing the thoughts. Even 1 or 2 people the true mind is having, that will not get affected, because this majority with the deluded mind, that only will get created. Suppose there are 10 people, out of 10 people there are 7 people or 6 people are true mind, because a bit majority also the true mind can overtake the others, and they can create all the happiness and suffering in the people. A group of people living together, happily, loving, supporting each other. So if they are there, suppose like a village that he is talking about, right? So if the people are all like there, so what is that kind of people? So that world was created by the true mind people, a true collective. So everybody is a true mind. So that collective consciousness was created so much of happiness. Even in the family, you can observe that one, right? So when the family of 4 or 5 people, when you are there, when everybody was so loving to each other and happy, then the environment will be very happy. Suppose if you started cursing each other, and if you started angry, throwing the words and throwing all the tantrums, then that particular environment will be very sad, and it will not be. So that is coming with the deluded mind. That is what here is saying. To know how to look or touch the things, right? So to know how to look and touch, these things, you need to understand that consciousness, you need to understand that interbeing and interdependence. When you understand that interbeing, everything is interbeing, everything is interdependence, this is an ultimate dimension of the consciousness. When you see that, suppose there is a person who has seen, usually what we think is whenever we go out or whenever we see the people, there are same age people. Oh, can't they know? She's like 40 years old. Can't she understand that? Did I behave like that when she's at that age? So I was so mature, so why can't we? So what we are seeing is we are expecting the same thing, but you never know whether that soul is a mature soul or a very child soul or anything, right? So when you understand that the consciousness is expanding, you will say that, okay, that consciousness may be at the, as I told you, the okay, I didn't, I'm just translating this book. So here he is saying, so everyone has to born as a tamas in the beginning, and then they will mature after tamas for some lifetimes, and they mature as a rajas, and then after that, then they'll go as a sattva, and after that they'll go into the nirguna. So these are the three. So whenever you are seeing that one, right, when you're seeing the consciousness expanding, while expanding, it is expanding as tamas, that they will have some laziness, they will have something. So you will not judge those people. When you understand the concept, right, you will not judge the people saying that, oh, why they are lazy, or why they are not actually active and doing, why they are doing, because you are not any of these gunas. You are not any of these gunas. You are not actually differentiating. Duality is not there. That kind of consciousness, when you understand, you will be able to see that interbeing and interconnectedness. When you are able to see the interconnectedness, you are thinking or you are manifesting the things with the true mind. You are not manifesting the things with the deluded mind. So here, if you understand, if you think that birth and death is there, then you are with the deluded mind. If you see that there's no birth and death, it is all co-rising, we are just coming, we are just changing the things, then you are in the true mind. So here again, there are 12 links interdependent of the co-rising. Here we have explained. I didn't write all the things, 12 things here, because these things I already explained in verse 15, if I know, if I remember right. So these causes are nidhana. The link is cause. The first thing is it should have a cause. Then ignorance. The next one is ignorance. Impulse, samskara. Consciousness, vijnana. Body and mind. Name and form. Nama Rupa, 6 bases. The 6 bases of the consciousness, Shadayatana, then contact, that's Sparsha, feeling, Vedana, craving, Trishna, grasping and attachment, Upadana, and becoming, Bhava, birth, Jati, and old age or death, it is a Jara Marna. So these are all the things that are actually rising and co-rising. We are all actually going in these things. Each link, right, each one of the link brings the next. So ignorance leads, suppose ignorance, it leads impulses. So impulses leads to the rising the consciousness, because if you are not actually rising the consciousness, you are not actually expanding, then you need not. So you can be just calm, and you, after this lifetime, you can just go with that supreme consciousness. You can be one, because you are actually rising, you are making some karmic bondage, something you are actually adding into the bad, because when you are angry, you are shouting. When you are ignorance, you are doing some impulse. When you are impulse, you are doing something else. Because of that, your karmic bondage is getting added. Whenever your karmic bondage, it may be good or it may be bad, whatever it is, whenever it is getting added, what you will do is you have to, in order to fulfill that, in order to balance that out, you have to take another lifetime and do it. So that is how the manifestation is actually happening here. The first link, the cycle of interdependent co-rising. Ignorance, avidya is with the deluded mind. Avidya is always with the deluded mind. The world of birth and death is brought about by deluded mind. This world, because of that deluded mind, this birth and death has come up, and because of that, we are just doing some karmic bondage. Wrong impulses are happening in the mind. When these wrong impulses are happening, it is producing the seeds in the consciousness. It's producing the right or wrong seeds, whatever the seeds, it is producing the seeds in your consciousness. When the seeds are there, the cycle of birth is starting. Cycle of birth, old age, and death. And because there is ignorance, there there is a much suffering is there, because of that suffering, the world is continuously consciousness. So there are also the world conditioned by the true mind. There are people who are conditioned by the true mind. So that world has sunlight, a bird singing, the wind in the pine trees. So these are all, see how smooth and how these things are. In this world around, you see that the true mind, it is the seed that is causing the Avatmaka Sutra, which is one encompasses all, one in one, everything is there. In this mind, whenever you are manifesting with the true mind, there won't be any fear. Without fear, because there is no birth and there is no death. When you understand it, true mind will not have fear. Even if something happened, where is the consciousness? It is all the expansion of consciousness. If this is not there, that is there. This is also expansion of consciousness. This is also expansion of consciousness. In that sense, the people will grow. They'll not see that, oh, he is only my son, she is only my daughter, it is only my not that kind. They'll see that everything is only the expansion of the consciousness. So then there is no birthlessness or deathlessness, which means when the true mind is having, there's no birth and no death, right? So you'll not have that pain. There must be the cycle of interdependent co-rising is based on the ignorance, but very little has been paid in the interdependent and co-rising in true mind. In true mind, we won't do that kind of like arise based on, because true mind, they say that everything is same. Buddha said, when ignorance ends, what will happen when ignorance ends? There an understanding starts. Okay, when ignorance, because of the ignorance, you will say this is mine and this is not mine, this is mine, that is yours, something kind of that is all we are doing with the ignorance. When that ignorance ends, what happens is then actual understanding, what is consciousness, what kind of the thing, that actual understanding will start. The impulses will bring the suffering, will stop bringing the suffering, because impulses will not be there when you start understanding it. When the darkness ends, the light starts. Similarly, when you stop these impulses, when you stop this ignorance, then only the understanding will start, then only the light will start within you. Deluded consciousness bring about the body and mind suffer. Whenever you are in the deluded consciousness, your body and mind will get suffer. Whereas when you are coming to the wisdom, of that consciousness, it is all the same, then your mind will be like Buddha. Buddha means you understand that consciousness, you understand that what is the cause for the suffering, then you will not have the cycle that you have in the deluded mind. Deluded mind is conditioned, whereas the true mind is also conditioned, but those conditions are all different. Whatever the deluded mind is having is different from whatever the true mind is having the conditions. Okay, both many sutras and commentaries, because for this deluded mind and these things, there are so many sutras were given. So many that there is a speak called two doors. The door of birth and door of death is there, and the door of birth and death is one, and door of suchness means see the things as is, right? This is an ultimate dimension. The door of suchness is ultimate dimension. So there's a one talk on two doors, which is very good to understand more on this true mind. There are two phases. Life is always in two phases: birth, death, and suffering. Okay, one is birth, death, and suffering. The one phase of it is we are thinking that we born and we will die and the suffer. So this is there in the one phase. What is the other phase? Other phase is consciousness is everywhere. There's a suchness. So it is an ultimate reality. So when you understand that, there is only one thing is there, that is happiness. Because everything is, when you understand that everything is coming from the supreme consciousness, you will have only the the happiness will be there. You will not feel anything bad, because there's nothing going, there's nothing coming. So your heart will not be burdened. Because when there is no birth, death, your heart will not be burdened. So when your heart is not burdened, you will not have any suffering. When your heart will be lighting and open up, so it is unaffected by the formations. So because the world is beautiful, whatever it is there, whatever the manifested, whatever the conditions that is manifested, you see it as a beautiful. So this true mind, whenever you are with the true mind, the world, you will see that suchness and happiness. So you will not caught into the attachment. Attachment this is mine, this is not mine, right? When you have the true mind, you will not caught into this attachment, and you will have that very pure mind, and pure things will be there. Okay, here I'll stop. A bit of expansion is there, that, and the final verse, the 40th verse, I'll discuss in the next class. With that, we will stop the reality one. Okay. Yeah, we have 3 more minutes for any questions. I'll expand a bit on the next class, true mind, and then we'll go to the realm of suchness. The last stanza for this one is realm of suchness. How this the seeds of delusion will be, because it is more or less with the deluded mind and the true mind, right? That's why I'm just how the misery will come to the samsara, because when you are in the deluded mind only, the misery will come into samsara. Otherwise, the door of the wisdom will open, and the realm of suchness you can go, right? That one, with that we'll conclude next class. Any questions, or anybody want to share something on this? Please welcome.
Yeah, I just want to mention one thing. Sorry, it's all. See, yeah, when you said, the whole Jagat world is a reflection of our mind. The same thing in Advaita philosophy also. In Dakshinamurti Stotram, there is a saying, the one of sloka says, it's it's a reflection of the mirror. It says Darpanamana Sulyam. Darpanam is the mirror. So this whole Jagat.
How do you see the world? That only reflects how you see
it's reflecting in your mind. So whatever you think, that is what the reflection. So that is what you're creating. Yeah, that's what here also they're saying. Everything is a reflection of your mind.
Exactly. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Anybody else?